December in Chicago showed no mercy. The cold slipped through even the thickest coats, biting skin and bone alike. At 38, James Whitmore had learned how to protect himself from weather, from pressure, from pain. Since losing his wife 3 years earlier, he'd built his life around one purpose: raising his 6-year-old daughter. Claire, she was his anchor, his reason to keep moving. "Daddy, can we get hot chocolate?" Claire asked, tugging his hand as they walked along Michigan Avenue. Her cheeks were rosy, curls peeking from beneath her winter hat. James glanced at his watch. Calls, emails, deadlines. Still, he smiled. "A quick stop," he said, "and home before the snow gets worse." Inside the warm cafe, Claire pressed her face to the window. "Daddy, look." Across the street, a young woman sat on a bus stop bench, hunched against the wind. In her arms was a tiny baby wrapped far too lightly for the weather. The mother's lips were pale, her hands trembling as she tried to shield the infant. "Her baby is freezing," Claire whispered. James felt hesitation rise. Chicago was full of hardship. He donated. He supported charities. But this was different. This was personal. "Mommy would have helped them," Claire said softly. That was enough. James crossed the street and introduced himself. The woman's name was Emily. The baby was Grace, only 4 months old. Shelters were full. She had nowhere to go. "I'm going to help you," James said, surprising even himself. What followed changed everything. Emily and Grace spent the weekend in James's home. His housekeeper wrapped them in warmth and care. Claire filled the quiet rooms with laughter. James made calls, pulled strings, and opened doors he'd never needed before. When danger appeared in the form of Emily's abusive past, James didn't retreat. He stood firm. He protected. He followed through. By Monday, Emily had a safe place to land. In the months that followed, she found work, stability, and confidence. Grace grew strong and joyful. And Claire learned by watching that kindness is not just something you feel, but something you do. A year later, Emily stood proudly in her own apartment, her life rebuilt piece by piece. All because a child looked through a window and refused to look away. James learned something that winter. Success isn't measured by what you own, but by who you choose to help when it would be easier not to. And if this story touched your heart, remember to subscribe for Kindness, K for Kindness, where compassion, humanity, and hope are shared one story at a time.